Apple TV stealing it. 8-2 Phillies in hot water go like that. Let's get to it.
Play action fakes into passing zone. Yes, touchdown.
Hi, and welcome to Geno's Picks, where with just 2 minutes left in week 2, Daddy was staring a 0-8 week right in the face, only to have the Falcons shoot it all over the Eagles' face when, for some unknown reasons, the Eagles turned into an ostrich, hid their head in the sand as Kirk Cousins led the Falcons down the field for his fourth Monday Night Football win in his last 5 tries after an 0-7 start. Sound familiar? Yeah, because for the first time ever, I'm going to try and be exactly like the guy that fucks me all the time, my cousin Kirk, and do the exact same thing and reel all 4 wins after the same 0-7 start. That said, let's see if I can build on my 1-game winning streak and my 1-7 record. Let's get to the picks. Is it too early? Is it too early? My first pick, the Chargers are getting 2 and a hook from the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Despite some people who took the friggin' primary colors, I find it surprising, to me at least, the fact that the Chargers team that's allowed the fewest points in the NFL, 13, is technically an underdog to an offense led by Justin Cotton Pickin' Fields. But I guess when you realize that the Steelers have allowed just 16 points, the second fewest, in 2 road games, you can see why Vegas is giving them 2 and a hook. Well, you couple that with the fact that Justin Herbert is nursing a high ankle sprain, and it seems like Vegas is expecting a Kamala-like performance from Herbert, meaning when he arrives in Pennsylvania, he won't have a leg to stand on, and he won't be able to put up any points that matter. Hey, Vegas ain't wrong, because the Chargers will lean heavily on the bruising rushing duo of J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, ensuring, just like Kamala, Herbert's blue team will be running around, so he has to do as little work as possible. The Bolts roll. Take the Chargers and the 2.5 you're getting. See, I can be political. Phillies. My next pick, the Texans are getting 1 hook from the Vikings in mini. If you think Sam Darnold is going to put 3 wins in a row together, that's on you. But Gene, didn't he just beat the NFC champion 49ers? Well, he beat some of them, okay? But their 3 best offensive players were out hurt, as Deebo Samuel and George Kittle were nursing leg injuries during the game, and Christian McCaffrey never even suited up as he went on the IR, sidelined with an Achilles injury, meaning the San Francisco players were actually walking funnier on Monday night than most of the residents of San Fran find themselves walking on Monday morning. Because they're gay. They had butt sex all week. It's funny. Not that there's anything wrong with that. In fact, you can count me in with the locals because I'm about to let Sam Darnold fuck me for the 3rd straight week. Still, I find the fact that the Vikes are laying any points is rather queer, which is why I'm putting a straight bet on C.J. Stroud and the Texans. Take the Texans and the 1.5 you're getting. 8-2. My next pick. Max Loads is below. Your Loads-in-law Seahawks are giving 4 and a hook to the Dolphins in South Alaska. The Dolphins traveling to Seattle, where starting quarterback Skylar Thompson will be starting in place of the injured Tua Tagovailoa, who I cannot imagine is even flying out there to Seattle. I mean, putting this puddinhead in a pressurized tube for 5 hours, that can only lead to more of a migraine of a headache that's as excruciating for him as, well, for the Dolphins fans, watching him and his team get drubbed 31-10 at the hands of the rival Bills this past Thursday night. People, Tua has to retire. I mean, if you're still not sure how concussion prone he is, this most recent one came at the hands, and by that I mean the shoulder, of Walking Dead alum Damar Hamlin. I mean, look, Tua actually knocked him over. So saying Damar Hamlin gave Tua a concussion is like saying, man, that Titanic really fucked up that iceberg. Jesus Christ, if you don't realize nearly getting killed by a man that actually was killed is a sign to retire, then I can't help you. The only thing shakier than the Dolphins without Tua at this point is the Dolphin that is Tua. Anytime he takes a blow to the head, look for a confident Geno Smith to be in control all day, as with backup Sam Howell, he never has to look over his shoulder. Unlike Tua, who when he looks over his, is likely to see his head rolling around behind him. Take the Seahawks and lay the 4 and a hook. Which brings me to my double your money Monday night bet. The Bills are giving 5.5 to the Jags in Buffalo. The winless Jags, 0-2, are coming off a second straight week in which the offense was shut down by a top 10 defense. This week, they face a slightly tamer defense in the Bills, who rank in the middle of the league. But you have to realize the Bills are coming off 10 days rest. 11 if you include the Thursday night game against the Dolphins. Sorry, Dolphins were awful. Look for more of Trevor Lawrence putting up points when it doesn't matter, and more importantly, making mistakes when it does. The Bills roll here. Give me the Bills, and I'll lay the 5.5. Those are Geno's picks. Just right to the heart of it in the third of an inning.